First of all, good evening, ma'am. My name is Stephanie Estrade, and I want to say sorry if I have submitted this late on time. So the topic that I have understand about the toxicology is all about toxicology deals about the properties and the origin of the poison and its substance, and also it helps to for the treatment and the detection of its components, and also um, to learn about toxicology, it is important because we could identify, verify if the case is all about poisoning, and also we can deter the treatment of it, and also of course in the crime scene to forward justice. And also poison, it's all about substance when absorbed of the living things can cause death or injury. So there are a classification or a distinction about poison. You have the true poison. It is a poison that still poison no matter how diluted it is. So noxacan is the corrosive poison which once contracted with it, the chemical produce local destructive to the to the part of a human or any living things. And cumulative poison, one that increases suddenly after gradually adding on it. And of course, there are two types of poisoning. So acute poisoning, that this means it can cause death within a period of time. And also we have the chronic poisoning. Um it is about gradual deterioration of function of the tissue. It can or it may or may not cause death, or it can cause injury. And we have three major cases. We have the police cases. It talks about the toxicological aspect of the criminal investigation. The post-mortem cases. It is analytical studies of medical examiner to determine the cause of death. And we also have the drug abuse cases. It is all about illegal uses of drugs. So we have the evidence of poisoning. We have the circumstantial evidence. It is evidence that deduced from occurrence of facts. It's all about facts of a certain circumstances that happens that moment. We have the symphonics evidence, includes the symptoms observed during the poisoning, like the vomiting and anything else. We have also the chemical evidence obtained by chemical analysis, like the vomit or um, the vomit of or the separation of the body of the suspect. We have also the post-mortem evidence obtained from examination of the tissue or organ after death. We have experimental obtained by administering the suspect substances two sorts of living animals. We also have the method of examination. What are the methods for us to identify? We have the isolation. The poison must be isolated, and it is distinguished in three types. We have volatile poisons. This is poison extraction in alcohol or by alcohol. We have the non-volatile poison. Volatile. We have the non-volatile extraction from solvents. We have the metallic poison, mercury and lead. And of course, we have the number two is the identification. So the identification of poison in specific, what kind of poison has been used. So of course, there are four elements of poison. We have the poison organism, symptom signs of death, and the injury of the cell. And what is the history of modern toxicology? So according to Paracelsus, he is a German Swiss physician. He was the first stressed the chemical relief of poison. So he is the one. The one. We have Professor Matteo Ortila. So the correlated chemistry of toxin with the biological effects and procedures is a poison, according to him. So that is what I have learned, and also the blood, of course, about the blood. It talks about the serology. It talks about um, the series of chemical laboratory analysis. We have the blood. The blood contains with, of course, red cells, white cells, and it's really important to know and study things about blood, just because if it was applied in the um um in reality, when it has a crime scene, the person or the investigator will know if the blood comes from the human or the blood comes from the animals. And also blood helps to determine whether when was the dead body already died, because of using the blood to determine the time of death. And so that is what I have learned about the module 4 in our topic with Ma'am Bisara. Thank you, ma'am.